Hi guys, welcome to my channel at Modern Maternity. So it's been a few weeks since I last updated you guys, and I apologize for being on hiatus. It's definitely been quite the journey the last few weeks from the way everything was initially going. So I'm actually filming this on St. Patrick's Day, so hope everyone had a happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing green. I'm hoping this will give me some luck. At this point, anything helps. So last time I updated you guys, I had my third beta. I have my calendar here so I can be correct with my numbers and stuff. And that was at 73.9. And I had my next beta 6 days later. And so your HCG number is supposed to double every couple days. So my doctor was expecting at about almost a 600 number the next beta that I had. To be precautious, the very next day after I had that third beta and everything was going well, I did have my second intralipid infusion. So that went well. It was the same procedure as before, except it wasn't as much monitoring because at that point they had already known that I wasn't allergic to the intralipids and stuff. So everything went well, just like the first time. So for my fourth beta, which was 6 days later, got a call, and the number was actually 161.2. And my doctor was expecting it to be around 600 at that point. So this meant that it was an unviable pregnancy. I had gotten excited, of course, because up to the third beta, everything was going normally. You know, at the beginning, I wasn't entirely optimistic because of the low beta, but, you know, I had heard success stories of like lower betas progressing into pregnancies, viable pregnancies. So I wasn't entirely worried, and I had some hope for it, but I just kind of expected this, you know, based on our previous history and everything. I got excited and I had done, you know, a rainbow of tests. 13 days past a 6-day transfer, I got an obvious pregnancy test. I don't know if you can see. There we go. So, you know, it's, even though the beta is told to you, you just like seeing it physically on a home pregnancy test for some reason. I feel like a lot of IVF warriors feel that way too. It's just nice to see it on a home pregnancy test. So I was supposed to have my first ultrasound 3 days later, but the doctor can't physically see anything on an ultrasound unless your beta is over 1,000. And at that point, you know, my beta was going to be over 1,000, but of course it wasn't. And so it was 161.2. He still wanted me to come in for another beta 3 days later because, as you know, I've had a previous experience with ectopic pregnancies and whatnot. So he just wanted to keep an eye on it to make sure nothing funky was going on. So 3 days later, my beta came in at a 164. So they said it had plateaued, and just with the variability, it just was kind of staying around the same level. So, you know, that week I was grieving and it was really tough for me to go on camera, and I just wanted to like have some more betas and get some more answers for you guys before I filmed another video. So after my fifth beta, literally 3 days later, so when he had called on that fourth beta, he told me to stop all my medications. And so basically a week later, 3 days later after my fifth beta, I did get my period. So I was like, okay, great. This means it can't be an ectopic pregnancy because I got my period, right? And then actually my luck turned that day because I had put my husband and I on a waiting list for the COVID-19 vaccine. And I'm actually going to do a video on this later, probably the next video, about COVID-19 vaccine and pregnancy, an IVF. My doctor personally recommends it. He actually recommended me getting it if I could, even before my transfer, during my transfer. But I'm going to go into that at a later video, and of course talk to your doctor. But anyways, so later that day, it was pretty cool. We got our first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine from Pfizer. So that was nice. You know, I'm excited about this pandemic ending, hopefully soon. And then the next day I got my 6th beta, and that came to a 129.6. I was hoping it would be a lot lower, especially since I got my period. A week from tomorrow, he wants me to come in again for another beta. He was like, do you want to come in 2 days, or do you want to come in a week? And I was like, well, what do you suggest? He's like, I think it's fine if you come in a week. He's like, of course, if you have any issues, give us a call. And I know what those issues mean. It means that if I have any pain, abdominal pain, something that points to an ectopic pregnancy, to give them a call. You know, like I said, I've had these problems before, and he just wants to make sure that I don't have any issues again. So yeah, you guys, it looks like it's the end of the journey. Well, it is the end of the journey with this particular embryo. As far as my safety with the pregnancy, I just have a gut feeling it's not ectopic, because the 2 ectopic pregnancies I had extreme pain like around the 5 to 6 week mark, and at this point I'd be like, I want to say like 7 weeks. And then my numbers were actually like progressing. It wasn't in the right spot, but they were still progressing. So I feel like this is not an ectopic pregnancy. I know my doctor just wants to be precautious, and he has to wait till my numbers get down to 0 before we can proceed with anything. But I just, as a gut instinct, I really feel like it's not an ectopic pregnancy. Oh, please, I hope not. If it is, I don't think I'll have to go through a surgery, because I've had a period. If at anything, I would have to take the methotrexate again, which would suck because it delays doing a transfer by at least 3 months, because your body has to get rid of that medicine. If no one really knows what methotrexate is, I'm going to go over this in my ectopic pregnancy video, but basically it's a form of chemotherapy given to cancer patients mainly, but also to people who are suffering from ectopic pregnancies, and it dissolves any fast-growing cells. So pregnancy cells are very fast-growing in the body. This medicine recognizes it as a fast-growing cell, and then it like basically dissolves it. So I hope I don't have to take that. It's an intramuscular shot in your butt, and it's pretty potent. I didn't really have any reactions to it or anything. It didn't work for me because I ended up having to have surgery, but I think it was also given to me too late. But anyways, I'm just hoping and praying it's not that. I really think it's just going to be a biochemical pregnancy. It is a biochemical pregnancy, or I think it is. That's what they told me it probably is. And that it was an early miscarriage. So, yeah. So this one basically is biochemical pregnancy / early miscarriage. I'll keep you posted on my betas coming up. I don't think it's ectopic, but I will keep you posted, obviously, on all of that. And yeah, we're holding out hope for our final embryo. It's got a good grading. I asked him if they had success with 6-day blastocysts at the clinic, and he said yes. So, and it is what it is at this point, because that's going to be our final embryo. We're not going to do any more egg retrievals. That was my like 5th egg retrieval that I just did. So I'm not going to go and do that route anymore if this next one fails. But we're kind of thinking maybe this summer. My father-in-law is retiring, and we plan on going on a trip probably the end of May. So maybe we'll transfer June, July sometime. What's nice about frozen embryo transfers is that you kind of do it whenever you want, you know. It's not like I'm doing an egg retrieval where like time is of the essence. So I think I just need a little bit of a break anyways, just mentally and physically from all of this. I just want to have time to grieve about this pregnancy. And just give myself a little time to take a break from all of the craziness with IVF. So, yeah, so hang in there, you guys. Thanks so much for following me. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm wishing baby dust and good luck to all of those IVF warriors out there. And, Infertility Awareness Month is coming up, which is April, and there's a specific week in April as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much, you guys. Bye.